Long time no see for another conservative talking points. I have a whole new phone now. And this isn't necessarily conservative talking points, this is anti-communism talking points in general. There's a whole video on this that explains it a lot better than I do, but the anti-communist talking point that I'm going to talk to you right now in this video is all the people that died under communism. Usually people are referring to the USSR, which was horrible. People talk about Venezuela, Cuba, Russia, and China, all of which are capitalist countries, but for some reason people think those are communist countries. I want to talk about this particular topic, especially for Americans, because under no other circumstances do these people who bring up this talking point care about people dying under capitalism. Lack of housing, lack of resources and access to food, lack of health care. Our biggest issue right now being lack of health care with the pandemic and all these other things that come with capitalism. But when you talk about communism, suddenly they care about all these people dying. Under communism, executed properly, we would have shit like free health care. And there are no good arguments against free health care. The only arguments that I've ever heard is that people work hard, therefore they should have access to health care because they can pay for it, while people who can't afford it die. But a common misconception people have about Americans is that we are allowed to be ignorant and selfish, when we are actually taught to be ignorant and selfish by our capitalist propaganda that constantly preaches rugged individualism and a holier-than-thou mindset and worshiping rich people. It's the reason why we can understand generational wealth, but we can't understand generational poverty. I know a lot of you are surprised that we didn't dream up this shit on our own, but we've actually been feeding into this propaganda since it started in the 60s by a few set billionaires and pretty much just exploded into the mainstream. It's out of control at this point. It's pretty much ingrained in everything we have. Now, how to combat this talking point is simple. I pretty much just told you. If you suddenly care about people dying, did you wear a mask? Did you get vaccinated? Shit like that. And if the answer is yes, good job being a decent human being. But in the meantime, why don't you care about all the people who have died under capitalism? It's like suddenly death has a political structure, because you can die for the same reasons under communism, with communism being instituted poorly, as you can with capitalism. Capitalism is why we have famine now. Capitalism is why there are whole populations that are going without clean water. Look up a mortality rate and you'll see that the United States has the highest of pretty much any mortality rate and a high-ass prison population. America sucks. Capitalism sucks. Let's get rid of it.